Welcome to the 6th Grand Prix of the 2020 Mar World Championship. This is Professor CC19, and welcome back to the Neodrome at night. Portions of this course illuminated. The hosts Team Neon hoped to bask in the glory, only to finish last in their own qualifiers yesterday. You see the overall standings after 5 races on the left side of your screen. Team Moonglow, Ultraviolets, O-Raiders, and Aquamarines are the main contenders. With only 2 races left in the season, we'll see how things change today. In 3, 2, 1, and we're rolling. This first season of the Mar World Championship has gone by very quickly. Only 2 races left to go at the Shining Speedway and Aquamarina Bay. And you can see how important these points are right off the bat. The top 3 in the overall standings, with On the Money, Purple, and Full, all off to very good starts. Along with a few others, Sequoia of the Foresters, Dark of the Black Knights getting big air off that rebound. And up into second place, trying to get around Purple for the lead, and they're successful in doing so. Sequoia goes far up that ramp, losing a lot of positions. Dark of the Black Knights, a team that's had an up and down season. Right now, a good bit of strategy to block Fire of the Fireballs. Fire winds up slipping back to 3rd, and now 5th. Prince of the Azure Royals up into 3rd place after starting back in 13th. Well done to them. Sequoia in 4th over Fire, then Jest and Purple. But I think this is the closest we've seen all 16 teams be after the first lap. The closest range, at least. Maybe the Neodrome will be the great equalizer race. Yes, Dark has had a up and down season for the Black Knights. They have 2 medals, a silver and a bronze, but also 2 finishes in the bottom 2. Right now sitting in 5th, a few points behind the big block of main contenders. And up front, we see Full, the overall standings leader, taking their lead back ahead of Sequoia of the Foresters. If Full gets a good finish here today, it might guarantee that Team Moonglow finishes on the podium this season, if not make it almost impossible for any team to pass them. I feel like that would only be if Moonglow got gold today, but it's certainly not out of the question. Sequoia of the Foresters battling in 2nd place. They have been mounting quite the charge the past 2 races, scoring 35 points in races 4 and 5. They're in 2nd right now. Close behind them is Glimmer of the Gold Globes and Dark of the Black Knights, neck and neck between the 2. They both have 1 silver and 1 bronze medal so far this season. And they're ahead of a team that we haven't really seen much of at all, Fella of the Yellow Fellas. Team captain, they ran and got a bronze back at Goldenheim race number 2, but we really haven't seen much else from the Yellow Fellas all season. Sequoia and Full fighting between them, but here comes Glimmer of the Gold Globes getting through, hitting off that illuminated square which boosts your momentum, and Glimmer of the Gold Globes into the lead slightly over Full. Question is, can they keep it? Full, a bit more momentum on the reverse V's, and Full of Team Moonglow gets their lead back. Glimmer has slowed up considerably, and considering that there's nobody behind them close right now, Full is going to stretch their lead, and this lead is now huge. After the 3rd lap, Full of Team Moonglow has a humongous lead over 2 previous Olympic champions in Glimmer and Fire. Fireballs winning 2018, Gold Globes 2019. Then Deco of the Grayscales, a team also we haven't seen that much from. They got their first medal last week at the Azure Raceway, where they got silver, but still in the bottom half of the overall standings. Behind them, I believe, was Sequoia, who fell back quite a bit on that lap. And at this point, there's really nobody else in the picture except for Full of Team Moonglow. Not hitting off that block, though. They're going to slow down a bit as we're reaching the halfway point in this race at the end of this lap. And 2 teams successful in hitting off that block. Glimmer and Fire closing the gap. Now Fire for the lead. Full ramming right into the side of Glimmer to block them. Some hard contact there. That's one of the most direct hits I've seen all season. But now Full trying to pressure Fire. Another bit of contact. And look at this. Dark of the Black Knights diving right into Fire. Great deal of contact in this 4th lap. These marbles playing rough for these points. This is how important it is. Glimmer going to take the lead over Fire, who goes way far on that platform. Then Full slipping back to 3rd and Dark in 4th. A close race between the top 4 and then a gap back to Fella and Deco. Then upstream of the Strawberry Streamers, well done to them. They got a tough start to this race and now are in a position to get points. They haven't gotten any points since race 2 at Goldenheim. it would be a big boost to them. They need points to have any chance of finishing well in this season today. Glimmer now with the lead, not hitting off that block, but still a good push. The other two do hit off that block, and Full has enough momentum built up to pass by Fire. The two of them close once again, switching positions multiple times. Now Full mounting a charge towards Glimmer. They've passed them once in this section before. Not this time. In fact, they're going to get passed by Fire. Look how far up the ramp Glimmer goes, almost to the very corner of this course. Close with Fire, but the more Fire and Full fight with one another, the better it is for Glimmer. Slow down through this final section, though, is Glimmer. They are going to lose some ground. Hitting off those micro blocks at the end, those illuminated panels, it's not really going to help or hurt anybody. Looks like Dark of the Black Knights has fallen off pace. Then we see Deco, Fella, and Upstream close. Sequoia of the Foresters, Purple of the Ultraviolets, pardon me, running back behind. The leaders going into race number 5, the second half of the season, 0 points last week for the Ultraviolets, and not looking good for them this week either. All right, going into lap number 6, Glimmer and Fire very close, Full as well. About 2.5 laps left to go on this course. I saw a higher up Dark getting by Full for 3rd place. Black Knights looking for their 3rd medal this season. Same for Gold Globes. The two teams having oddly similar seasons so far. On the other hand, Fire has done decently well in certain races, but still 0 medals for them. They're looking for their first today. At this point, it looks to be either a gold or silver. A 2-marble race with a few falling off pace. And look at this lead stretching out for Fire. Those micro blocks at the end designed to be a hindrance to cause the marbles to bounce straight up, not bothering Fire at all. They're stretching their lead over Glimmer, over Dark. Then Deco, Upstream, and Full of Team Moonglow has fallen way back. They're battling with Upstream for what appears to be 6th or 7th place, slightly ahead of Fella. As we reach the top of the course for the penultimate lap, Fire, nobody else in the picture, similar to what we saw from Team Moonglow earlier, but it might be a little less secure for them as Glitter enters the screen. Fire slowing up big time, but Glimmer also not able to capitalize on that by hitting off that block. One team that does hit off that block is the team in 3rd, Dark of the Black Knights. They are now pressuring Glimmer for 2nd. They get by. Can they get towards the lead and Fire for 1st? They hit off of Fire, a little more contact, a little more gentle though. These three are starting to bunch up again. That lead has come down considerably for Fire, but it looks like they're going to keep it through the 6th lap going into lap number 7. Pardon me, is this lap number 7? This is the final lap. This is the final lap of the race. So 1 lap left to go for Dark, Glimmer, and now Upstream in 4th to track down Fire of the Fireballs. Sequoia, Fella, Full has fallen back. It doesn't look like they're going to get as good a finish as they had hoped for. I saw Commander of the Aquamarines battling with Prince, 2 relatively similar shades. In blue, Prince looking for what appears to be 2 points. While Commander has scored points in every race this season, it's gotten considerably fewer as we go along. What appears to be 1 point potential for Commander. But up front, we see the top 2 battling it out, back and forth, switching positions. That appeared to be going through that section was Glimmer and Fire. Black once again pressuring Glimmer for 2nd place. Can they get it? No, Glimmer goes right underneath. But at this point, with that bounce, they're not going far up the ramp. Fire at this point appears to have a guaranteed victory and their first medal this season being a gold. As long as Glimmer does not build up enough momentum, it's not going to be. Fire of the Fireballs wins the Grand Prix at the Neodrome. Glimmer for 2nd place, then Dark of the Black Knights for 3rd. Upstream of the Strawberry Streamers 4th, 12 points for them over Full, then Sequoia. Here comes Fella, a nice points haul for them, finally looking for some memorable moments this season. And we see Deco and Prince, that is 8th and 9th, Commander of the Aquamarines, the last team to score any points. And that's going to be more disappointing for the team that comes in 11th to just miss. Conqueror of the Crimson Crusaders, another miss. They only have 1 race they've scored points this season. Then Blizzard of the Icers, Purple, slipping all the way back to 13th. Jest of Jack's Jokers, the hosts, N, and on the money, the team that started off well in third in the overall standings, getting 0 points this race. But congratulations to Fireballs, Gold Globes, and Black Knights, 25-18-15, especially Fireballs for their first gold this season. Points all the way back to Aquamarines in 10th. But the overall standings have shifted once again. Team Moonglow still at the top, but look who's in second. Fireballs gaining 8 spots. They're trailing by 12. Team Moonglow looking very good. Gold Globes into third. Ultraviolet slipped to 5th. Crimson Crusaders still down in last place. We'll see you next week for Grand Prix 7 at the Shining Speedway. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.